Hi there, I'm Mrs. Charles with I Spy Science and Wired for Science. I have 2 more fun water experiments for you to try at home. We'll be learning about water density today. I'm calling our first experiment the rainbow straw experiment. The materials you'll need are 4 plastic cups, water, I'm using a container of water, but you'll use your sink, 4 colors of food coloring, salt, a teaspoon, a clear straw, and a large baking pan or container to prevent spills. We're going to do the experiment twice, once with regular water and once with salty water. We'll call the one with regular water the control. I'll explain why we do this in a few minutes. The first thing we're going to do is fill 4 glasses with warm water. I've made a mark on each cup, each plastic cup, so that I know how much water to put. So it's equal. So here's the first. There's the second. There's the third. And all 4 have water in now. Now we're going to take our food coloring and put at least 5 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops in each cup, a different one in each one. So I've got green, and then we'll do blue, and the last will be red. Now you can put more if you want darker colors, but I didn't think that it was really necessary. Okay, now we take the straw and just stir each one of the cups just so that the food coloring is distributed evenly. Now from left to right, stick the bottom of the straw about 1 inch into the first cup with your thumb off. Then you put the thumb on the top of the straw and lift it. Let me show you on a piece of paper because you might not be able to see this well. That I have some yellow water in the straw. Now keep your thumb on the straw, put it down 2 inches into the green one, which is the second cup. Lift your thumb and then put your thumb back on and pull it up. Keep the straw straight. Look, you can see there's more liquid in. Now we go to the third cup and put it down 3 inches. So you're just estimating. You lift your thumb so that the water can be sucked up in the straw. Put the thumb back on the straw, lift it up, and you have more liquid, and then do the same thing for the 4th cup. Put it down straight up and down, 4 inches, lift your thumb, and pull it up. Now look at mine. You can see a little red at the bottom and the green at the top, but you can't see the yellow or blue at all. It looks kind of dirty, right? Well, what kind of silly experiment is this? Well, wait a minute, we're not done yet. Remember, I said we'd do the experiment twice? Okay, let's do the second version. This time we're going to add salt to the cups. Be careful to follow these directions exactly. Always leave the 4 cups in a line. Always add the salt from the left to the right. For the first one, we're adding 1 teaspoon of salt. So I'm pouring my salt, and I'm not totally exact, but that's okay. So we put 1 in the first. Add 2 teaspoons to the second. 1, 2. So you need to add 3 teaspoons of salt to your blue or your 3rd cup if you have a different color, and 4 teaspoons of salt to the 4th cup. Stir each cup until the salt dissolves. It will take the cup with the most salt longer to dissolve. Might even take up to 5 minutes. hard to see with a plastic cup. When I used a glass jar, it was easier to see if the salt was dissolved. So I'm going to stir this one quite a bit. So again, from left to right, stick the bottom of the straw into the first color about 1 inch. Put your thumb on top, lift it up. You can see I have some color there. Go to the second cup, put it down 2 inches. Lift your thumb, put it back on nice and tightly and securely. And then go to the third one, put it down in 3 inches. Lift your thumb, put it back on. Come up, straight up and down to the fourth one. Go down 4 inches. Lift your thumb, put the thumb back on, lift it up, and now the salt has made a difference. Now you can see the rainbow. So, why did we get muddy water the first time and a rainbow the second time? When scientists do experiments, they always like to do what they call a controlled version. Then they do another version where they change just one thing. This lets them compare the results. Then they know for sure that the changes they see are caused by the one thing they did differently. In this experiment, the only thing we did differently was to add salt to the cups. So we know for sure that the only reason we got a rainbow instead of dirty water is because of the salt. When you add salt to water, you increase its density. Density affects how much the water floats or sinks. The water that has the least salt floats at the top. The water that has the most salt stays at the bottom. So the 4 colors of water, each with a different density, stack in the straw without mixing. Now we'll do our second experiment, which I'll call the floating water experiment. The materials you'll need for this one are 2 identical small glass jars, water, yellow and blue food coloring, salt again, a teaspoon, an index card or cardstock. I'm using cardstock because my cardstock fits over my jars. The index card wasn't quite big enough. And you need a large baking pan or container to prevent spills because this one is really messy. Again, we'll do it using no salt first and then with salt the second time so we can see the differences. So now we're doing the control experiment. Fill the jars with water almost to the top. Add your 5 drops of yellow to the first one and blue to the second one. Make sure you have the jars in a container just in case of spills, because I guarantee you'll have spills. So make sure the jars are completely full. I'm going to add more to this one because I can see it's not completely full. All right, now next, you are going to put an index card over the yellow jar. You're going to hold it there, turn the jar upside down. You're going to put the yellow jar on top of the blue jar, keeping the index card between them. You're going to line up the jar rims. Then you're going to slowly pull the index card out from between them. Did you get what I got? A greenish mess, right? Well, remember that was the control part of the experiment. Now let's do the part where we change one thing. Let's add salt again. Okay, fill 2 jars, almost full with water. And I'm using warm water. Now you're going to take your food coloring, yellow in the first, and blue in the second. Here comes the part where we do something different. Add 1 teaspoon of salt to the yellow. Add 2 teaspoons of salt to the blue jar. Stir each jar until the salt dissolves. You'll have to stir the blue jar more than the yellow because it has more salt and it needs to dissolve. Make sure your jars are in the baking pan or your big container because you know it will spill. Add more water so that the jars are completely filled, like last time. Place a new dry index card over the yellow jar. Hold it there as you turn the jar upside down. Set the yellow jar on top of the blue jar, keeping the index card between them, or your cardstock if you're using cardstock. Line up the jar rims. Have a helper hold the jars. Slowly pull the index cards out from between them. Did it work? Hopefully, your colors didn't mix. Just like the rainbow straw experiment, this experiment is about water density. When we did the control part of the experiment without any salt, both colors have water of the same density, so the colors mix and blend. But when we do it with the salt, the yellow water has less salt than the blue, so the yellow water should float on top without mixing with the blue. Since the blue water has more salt, it should stay at the bottom. And since the only thing we changed between the two parts of the experiment was the salt, we know it was the reason for the floating water. Congratulations, now you're a scientist. To have some more fun, experiment on your own. What if you used sugar instead of salt? Does sugar change the density of water? Try changing the water temperature. Can you think of other kitchen items you could mix in water to see if they change the water's density? Well, that's it for today. I hope you will have as much fun as I did doing this experiment. When I practiced this at home, I had a mess, and that's why I suggested a spill container. Always remember that when you experiment, you may not get the results you expected. We can always learn and keep trying other ideas. That's how scientists figure out things about our world.